I knew I was getting out on the road today, so I brought some cool stuff with me. I'm going to try and put together a quick video on this diorama. This diorama set that's hitting Walmart's, I think, like right about now. I think a few of you have found it. At least I've seen some of it. I got this from Mattel. Close my door here. Backdrop on this set is the city. Yeah, and of course, if you're going to have a Bugatti or a Koenigsegg or a McLaren, you're going to drive through city streets, show off, but you can't really do what you want to in a car like this. You need this, right? You need a big, fast, deserted road. So I thought maybe this would be a good place to film. I've been here before. It's not the first video I filmed here. It's not the last. It's just one of my favorite areas to be. And it's a little windy today, so let's see the best we can do. But here is the set. 3 cars, supercars, Bugatti. We'll talk about that one because it looks like it's a repeat. New Koenigsegg, new McLaren. I'll show you the back of the set. There it is right there. If you want that, you got that. There's the cars. As always, it's a diorama set exclusive to Walmart. And I think the first thing we got to do is open this up. All right, I've got it open, got the road, but here's how I think I'm going to do this. We're going to put this to the side. We're going to walk into the new car, the Subaru. And we're going to go one by one. We're going to start with the Bugatti. Now, this one, I brought out obviously some of the previous cars. I've got all the Koenigsegg's. We'll talk about McLaren in a second, but for Bugatti, I didn't pull out any basics. Oops, there goes the set. Just want to focus on each one. So here is the Bugatti from the set, and the thought is, well, we've already seen this one before, right? We've seen the blue and black Bugatti from the Exotic series from last year. Now, I don't know why exactly Hot Wheels repeated this, but it's not exactly the same. I mean, maybe there's a Bugatti thing that there's particular colors they want to see on these, or I don't know. Nonetheless, there is something about this one that looks different. It's the wheels. These are the GT style Real Riders. Now, I think that the GT style Real Rider always has been a little too small, the small version, but in the back it looks better, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now that we've seen this one, we walk back. Here's the Exotic one. Now, I can put it on the turntable if you want me to. Don't know if I need to, but you can see that the wheels, these are those 5-spoke, more Ferrari styles. They're a little deeper, but the problem here is they stick out too far and just do not make this car, I can't drop one of these, by the way, because I'm over the road, make this car look a little bit out of proportion, right? Because these tires are too wide. So on the new GT, they fall in a much, let me put it in focus here, much better proportion at that angle, and I think it's a far better version. So at least they're different because of the wheels, but I think it's better. Now, I would love to see, if we're just going like these 5 spokes, I'd love to see those on that. Of course, the 10 spokes like here on this McLaren, I think those would make more sense. Not totally sure why Hot Wheels hasn't put those on. I know Bugatti doesn't, the barrels aren't deep on the wheels with Bugattis, and Hot Wheels doesn't really have something that's not too deep, except for these horrific Real Riders that I think they've ditched now. Nonetheless, it is an improvement, but I hope to see a new color with the Bugatti Chiron, and maybe even some new wheels. Let's talk about the Koenigsegg. Before we get to the actual version here, let's talk about the Koenigsegg itself. I'm going to pull out this one right here. This one here was part of Need for Speed, as far as Hot Wheels Entertainment. Came and went. I ripped this casting to shreds when it came out. I usually don't do that, but I hated the wheels on it. The casting seemed a little stocky, but I think it was probably because the tires were too thick on this, and it just made the casting look wrong. In retrospect, the wheels are a little bit out of proportion, but that's something you have to expect when they do 2 different size wheels on a car with Hot Wheels. But I'll also say that once you put lower profile wheels on it, it looks so much better, and it looks a lot more like a Koenigsegg. So this is the first version. It was released years ago, and then it kind of vanished. There's always a variation I like to show. It's this one. I'll show you the top of this right here. Notice where it's black and where it's red. On this one, This one has the black portion. I have not seen very many of them. Well, I haven't seen any of these. So this is a variation that I have with the black portion in the back. What this casting didn't get was the ghost, which I think all of the Koenigsegg's get. Then it was followed up by this guy. This was Boulevard, right? So we finally saw the Koenigsegg return. It got these 6-spoke wheels, which look a lot better, more low profile wheels, which makes a ton of sense, which I really like on this one. Boulevard was a huge improvement. And then we had this, what was this, entertainment version from a Gumball 3000. Now this one has the right wheels. For me, these wheels look perfect on it. I don't know if they're appropriate to the Koenigsegg, but I really like them. The deco's okay on it. I just wish there was, just another clean version. But both of these got the ghost on the back, which I think is fantastic too. Not sure why the red one didn't get it. But so now I think we have the cleanest version yet. This one's in matte black. I don't know if that comes across in the shot, but matte black with minimal trim, ghost on top. Get something there. So the ghost really sticks here because of the matte black top, and then these fantastic white wheels, which my thought on if you have an exotic, if you have a hypercar, a supercar, yeah, if you want to make it flashy, make it flashy. White rims on a matte black body, this is fantastic. So my evolution on the Koenigsegg has gone from to yes. I'm digging the Koenigsegg, really into this casting. I think it looks fantastic here. Hopefully we get a lot more versions because this has all of a sudden become a very, very fun casting to collect. So that is the Koenigsegg. And we'll finish off with the Speedtail. I am so stoked to see the Speedtail. And there was obviously basic versions. This one was made by Basic. I believe Ryo Asada did it. I could be wrong, but I believe he did. And I had asked Jimmy, are we going to move to premium on this? Because the casting's really cool. And so is the car. And he said yes. And here it is for the Diorama set. So I just pulled out 3 premium McLarens just to lead up. So it starts with the F1 GTR. This one was made for Speed Machines. We've seen it in Basic. We've obviously seen the F1, but it was since released in Basic. But premium twice in Gulf colors. I think that's the only time we've seen it, right? Both times in Gulf colors. Once in the Gulf set and once in the British. Can't remember what it was called, but the British set. But this one with the 5 spokes is the one I like the most. I think this one is really clean and really cool, and that's a premium casting now that we get to see hopefully more and more of. And then in the last couple of years we've seen 2 others. We saw the Senna, which also started in Basic, done by Ryo Asada, moved to premium. This is the only time it was in the same exotic sets as the Bugatti Chiron, and this one I really like in this kind of grayish white. Nice and clean. Love the 10-spoke rims on this one. Love the fact that it got the headlight treatment and all the trim. This one is an underrated casting in my view, and I think it's really beautifully done, but it does need the full treatment, and this one got it. Really happy to see that one. Hopefully we'll see more. And then, almost forgotten, another McLaren, or another exotic casting that I started out kind of sour on that's grown on me, partly because in premium it gets the full treatment. This one was in Fast and Furious. This is the 720S. And again, Real Rider 10 spokes, full details. This one with the dark colors and the black rims looks mean and menacing and super, super cool. Wasn't this the one that Jason Statham drove, right? Anyway, that one is super cool now. And then we have our now 4th McLaren premium, and it might be my favorite just because the Speedtail is so unique and so cool. Color's okay. I like the silver one. But because it has this mismatched wheels and they have the Real Riders to do it, they turned the Moon Eyes discs into a proper wheel. I thought they might use the Aero style, but this one makes more sense. And they have this 10-spoke in the back, and I'm glad they did it in chrome because it really, really stands out. This casting is so ridiculous, or this car is so ridiculous. The casting is a really, really nice replica. And to get the detailing, the McLaren on the back, obviously the detailing on the front, it's a very, very clean, very, very cool casting. What's my favorite here? I don't know. I think maybe the Koenigsegg, but I'm super stoked to see the Speedtail as well. There you go. I'm out here, gonna pack up. You guys tell me what you think, what's your favorite. If you found this set at Walmart, if not, it will be there soon. I got a lot more to come. I got to go find some mountains to go film mountain drifters in, right? I'll do that eventually. Thanks, everybody. Bye.